Hello and welcome to Daily Ad Brief. My name is Greg Kirkham, and this is Marketing and Beyond. Today I'm interviewing Debbie Miller from Social Hospitality. Debbie, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Greg. It's great to be here.
Now, in my experience, there's nobody better to tell the story of their company than the president themselves. Tell us a little bit about Social Hospitality and what got you started.
Sure, yeah. It's kind of a long story. I got started working at a destination marketing organization right after college. So what that is, if you're not familiar, it's an organization kind of similar to a chamber of commerce, but for travel. So they work with the hotels and the restaurants in a city to try to get people to come travel there. So that was my first foray into the hospitality space. And I worked there for about 3.5 years. And then I moved on to a larger digital marketing agency that worked primarily in the luxury hospitality space. And around the same time, this was around 2010, 2011, when social media was kind of first starting for businesses, I had recognized that there weren't a lot of resources specifically for the hospitality industry about social media. So I started Social Hospitality as a blog back in 2011. I was just blogging and writing about trends happening in the industry and stuff like that. And then I started getting some freelance clients from there. And long story short, I worked at the last agency for about 6 years. And then in 2017, decided to go out fully on my own with Social Hospitality full time as its own little agency, working with clients. We primarily focus on social media, email marketing, blogging, copywriting, all those kinds of things. And it's been a blast. It's been really fun. And I have 2 team members now. So kind of figuring out what growth looks like and figuring out how to scale and if I want to scale and what that looks like and all those kinds of things. So it's been a really fun journey.
Yeah, it's journeys like that that start off as a side gig, right? That evolve into a full-time role that really helps with the passion, right? It helps with the drive for the company's success.
Definitely. Yeah, for sure. And I feel obviously I've been working on social hospitality in general for over 10 years now, only as an agency for about half of that. But just developing a brand from scratch, that was something that was really fulfilling and something that had to overcome a lot of fear to do because there's something really special, but also really terrifying about having something that's yours. That was a piece of advice that I got from a colleague that I had networked with back in the day. He made that comment about having something that's yours and you never know what's going to happen, especially in light of COVID recently, for example, with getting a lot of people, so many people got let go from their jobs, and having something that's yours is something that can never be taken away. So I definitely learned that lesson during COVID as well, when I saw so many of my friends and peers getting laid off from jobs that they loved so much. And it was really heartbreaking to see. And obviously I had a little hiccup in business as well, but it rebounded relatively quickly. So I was fortunate in that regard.
Wow. And we're all fortunate to be able to get to know your business and what you've been able to grow from it. Now, I understand that you provide a highly customized way of giving your clients value that's a bit out of the ordinary for most agencies. Do you mind telling us a bit more about that?
Sure. Yeah. One thing I think that differentiates us from especially larger agencies, and this is feedback I get from clients regularly, is that because we're smaller, we're able to be more intimately a part of the brands that we work with and their teams. So for example, for a lot of our clients, I'm very much integrated into their marketing teams. I'm having meetings with them. I'm emailing with them regularly, those kinds of things. So it's not one of those instances where you're working with a large agency and there's a lot of turnover and you have a new account manager every couple months or something like that. We're able to develop a very intimate relationship that works really well together. And because of that, we're able to provide more specific customized services to each client. A lot of digital marketing agencies offer out of the box services. And although obviously some of our services are the same and some clients require, same kinds of stuff, we're able to tailor each strategy and each tactic, plan of attack to each company that we work with. So it's a more personalized approach, I think, than some of the larger agencies. And obviously, for some companies, we're too small and we're not a fit, and that's fine and that's great. But for some, the small businesses that we do work with, it's been a great fit in that regard.
Wow, that's fantastic. And I'm sure it's a dream too, right? Because a lot of these businesses can then rely on a marketer or a marketing
Hmm.
agency like yours that can
Yeah.
actually step into the role where
Hmm.
you're not disconnected. It's not some big agency that
Yeah.
you're, like you mentioned, where there's so much turnover. They know you, they know your team, and you're able to focus more heavily on their needs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, Debbie, we're just about out of time, but it's been a pleasure having you on the show today. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing with us.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And if you would like to learn more about social hospitality, please visit dailyadbrief.com.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.